You like comic books?
Comic books.
Comic books.
Comic books.
Comic books.
I'm quite keen on comic books.
Movies.
Movies.
The movies. Stupid TV shows. TV shows.
But what are some of your favorite TV shows?
Can be enjoyed as video games, as TV shows, books, movies, the entire world. Wholeheartedly embrace the apocalypse. Let's start the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Next Issue podcast. Also, the last live show we have before Christmas. So, yeah. Are these hats going away? What are we going to do with them afterwards? I don't know.
Throwing them in the fire, just like we do every year.
Mine's actually, I really like this one, so I do keep it. I
got to give mine back to Santa.
Yeah, the mall Santa that you stole it from is pretty upset.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's just been wearing my baseball cap.
We have a great show to cover. Jeff, before we get started, I wanted to ask you: have you finished your Christmas shopping? What's the deal there? What do you shop for?
It is. I have one more person to go get something for. And then we're done until, so I have like levels of people that I shop for. So there's the immediate family who I know I'm going to see before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see they're the ones that need to get something. And then there's that secondary group of people who I don't like, friends that I may or may not see before Christmas. I may or may not see, before the new year. So they are like gift card people if I get them anything. So I'm just like, when I know I'm going to see them, I'll swing by someplace and pick up a gift card and, whatever, and just be like, hey,
I hope they're watching this so they know the amount of effort you put into their gift.
Listen, you want to get close to me, you got to get close to me.
Get close. Like Clay and his camera yesterday.
Exactly. You got to force your way into my life in order to get those top tier gifts. It
does. As you get older, you definitely start like friends, not so much peeling away, but just like, gets less and less. It's a lot. You really have to crank up the effort, I think,
everybody's got their own lives. Also, you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? I've built my space, house, apartment, room, whatever, to be like a place that I want to spend time at. So like, I don't want to go out and spend money at a restaurant or a bar or whatever. And when I could just be at home watching,
the Muppets.
Whatever. The Muppets. Muppets. Mormon Wives, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like that seems so much more entertaining.
The only thing I know from the Mormon Wives, I may have talked about it before, is whatever Grace Helbig tells me about the Mormon Wives.
That's what I get out of.
She makes a video out of it. I'll make a video. She's currently rewatching. She's currently going through the Twilight movies, and it's quite fun to see somebody new. But
I do want to go to. I do want to try some of the Mormon sodas. Like apparently, because they don't drink coffee, which is a weird thing, because it's not about the caffeine or whatever. It's I don't know what it is. It's just they for whatever reason they can't drink coffee, but soda's okay. So they doctor up all their sodas like crazy. They have all these little soda tricks. And as a fan of soda, I want to know their soda tricks.
Oh, I just thought it was the caffeine. Because they drink sodas that don't have caffeine in them.
Oh, is it caffeine? Maybe.
Yeah, because not every soda has caffeine, right? So, like Sprite doesn't have
cans of root beer. Root beer, I don't think has caffeine.
Doesn't have caffeine. Right. Cool. Well, I only asked because this morning I woke up pretty early, as I normally do, because that's just what I'm used to. And after shooting a quick video, which I'll talk about in a second, I was like, oh, this is the perfect time. I love going on. There's certain specific stores that open extra early, the days right before Christmas. And that's when I kind of finalize all my dot my T's, cross my I's. In the chat, let us know if you're watching this. What have you finished your Christmas shopping? And
where did you go? And what time this morning did you go to
It
said
was like at
shop?
7:30, and I like going to. There's a shopping center in Irving where there's a Kohl's and there's a few other things. Kohl's is pretty good. They have everything. Like they truly are a department store in the way that
They
Sears
got
used
that.
to be and stuff like that.
They got that sweet Kohl's cash.
Oh, they got that Kohl's. That's a gift for myself afterwards.
It's sweet Kohl's cash.
Sweet Kohl's cash. So not a sponsor, but Kohl's. I mean, I'm a member of the Kohl's cult.
Slacks.
That's right. Oh, okay. Sorry, you had frozen there for a minute. All right. We do have some people in the chat. Big shout out. So there's a part of the audience that may be watching us vertically because we're broadcasting a regular feed and also to the YouTube vertical feed. So I don't know what that looks like.
Ooh.
I'll have to go back and check it out afterwards. But I figured might as well. If we have,
I can hold my arms up now.
Yeah. So we have
Let's get 'em
Adeline
out.
Houston. I don't know if they can see that. So because we're kind of cut off. I need to figure out how to make it to I don't know, whatever technical stuff. But we do have Adeline Hudson. Been reading Supergirl, Green Arrow, and Aquaman lately, and also they have ordered, but they order everything. So yeah, I if I'm gonna order, I definitely do it way before because otherwise I know there's things I won't get home in time. So we'll see.
I'm still waiting for one thing to come in the mail as a
Yeah.
gift, and so hopefully it'll be here
I think
tomorrow.
today might be wrapping day for me since I'll have the time. I already bought the big thing of paper, and also because I work the next couple of days, so I don't want to take time from that. So, alrighty, we have a lot of news to cover, a lot of stuff to talk about.
Real quick to Adeline, I have not been reading Supergirl or Green Arrow or Aquaman. I do know that Aquaman's gotten a huge power boost.
Aquaman, I've read the KO related stuff, which is pretty good. Supergirl, I think we both read the first issue. Did you read the first issue?
I read the first issue.
Yeah,
and then
me too.
It was it was okay.
I like the premise, but I'm definitely like, oh, this is gonna be so much better all in one go. So I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm. And I really want to read that. I hear Green Arrow's been amazing since Chris Condon took over. I read all the Joshua Williams stuff, really liked it, and then I was just like, it's a good time to dump out after his run. And but the Condon, I've heard nothing but great things about the Condon Green Arrow, so I made a mistake.
It comes to an end next week on Christmas Eve is the last issue of Green Arrow comes out for this run. But we will get more Chris Condon when Vertigo launches, and we'll talk about some of that stuff as well. Very exciting. But the big news today, we have heard from James Gunn himself. They've cast a Brainiac for Men of Tomorrow. It's Lars Eidinger. I'm reading this from Vulture. But James Gunn pretty much posted this himself in our worldwide search for Brainiac Men of Tomorrow. Lars rose to the top. Welcome to the DCU. This is a German actor. I don't know if you've ever heard or seen of anything, Jeff, but I kind of like the unknown idea of like, look, I know David Cornsword had done stuff before, but I feel like Superman's definitely his biggest role, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of unknown actors taking on big. Like, let's get more unfamiliar faces out there in front of the screens.
Yep.
So that we can familiarize ourselves with them. He kind of looks like Anton. Is it Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men with that hair?
I think that might be the hair because I've seen other pictures of him and I'm like, but I also heard somebody say, what did they say? Like they heard his voice and it's like, they can definitely. He has a. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard his voice, but I can see. So, let's see. To be fair, Ireland predicted the Cornsword would be cast. I was seeing in The Politician. Ooh, that's that Netflix show. I've heard of that. But yeah, and then I think one of the other things I saw James Gunn reply to a few comments like, which performance of him kind of led you to be like, oh, this is Brainiac, and James Gunn just said his audition. So pretty cool stuff. I'm excited. We'll keep talking about it as we get more news. There's really not a lot out there yet. It's just like, this dude's been cast. But I do like that. If you haven't seen it, I have a video about my theory about this movie, which is the more that James Gunn reveals, the more that I'm like, hey, I guess me reading all those comics a long time ago paid off.
Hey, I know who Brainiac is.
I know what a
I am
Brainiac
sad.
is.
I saw somebody throw out on the internet that Wallace Shawn should be Brainiac, and Wallace
Oh.
Shawn from Princess Bride. The
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's very. You know him once you see him.
You'll know him from
And,
Young Sheldon.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a little sad. Like that's wacky, bonkers, bananas fan casting. That doesn't make sense, but in the best way, it does make sense. And I really wish I could see it now.
Yeah.
Kind of a snarky Steve Buscemi Brainiac would have been fun too.
All right. In other news, we got a few things that were announced comic wise, so we're gonna pivot there. Jeff put together some stuff. We have some DC All In next level stuff, new announcements, more information. These things had been announced at New York Comic Con, but they hadn't really given us a lot of insight just yet into like what was going on. So we have here, of course, Greg Rucka returning to Batwoman, which is going to be great. Scotty Young and Jorge Corona taking on Lobo, the main man himself. This is Scotty Young and Jorge Corona, who were, I don't know if Eisner nominated or Eisner winners for Middle West, but they've worked together. Or yeah, I think it's Middle West. They take on Lobo, and then Tony Flicks and Carmen Dijan Domenico with Deathstroke, the Terminator. So, which I'm very excited about all those series.
Yeah, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not a huge Lobo fan. Like he pops up on occasion. I've never gone out of my way to read a Lobo series. And then I just watch him whenever he pops up in other people's series, other people's comics. But this is how you get me to be a Lobo fan. This is how you get me to read a Lobo comic. Is you put Scotty Young and Jorge Corona on it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. I'll see what you got.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like the team. I like Scotty Young. I think he's pretty good at giving us wacky stories. I mean, if you're not reading, what was it? What's his fairy tale book called? I Hate Fairy Tale. I Hate Fairyland. Yeah. So
well, he's also really good at because I mean, Lobo's like he's like I kind of think of him as like Deadpool, a little wisecracky, a little smartassy, but like he can't be killed. But he's got like this tragic past.
Yeah.
And Scotty Young is really great at writing. Like everything because it's all his comics are very cartoony looking, but they all have this like dark, sinister kind of like undertone to them that are very like something that's like something's not right. The Me You Love in the Dark is a dark book. And like a lot of them are dark. So yeah, I think it's a good, interesting pick for Lobo.
Agreed.
So and I'm excited for the Greg Rucka Batwoman too. I've never really read a lot of Batwoman. Greg Rucka is a fantastic artist, and then with Danny on the art, blew me away in Invisible Man. So I'm super excited for this book.
Yeah, me too. I like Danny's use of the empty space, which you can kind of see a lot in this cover. Yeah, perfect. I think it's a great choice, especially for a character that their aesthetic is so important. I think because it has to look different from Batman. It had that's a big part of the Batwoman mythos is that she does not want to be truly associated with Batman from the get go. So
it's a good thing she's Bat themed too.
Yeah, yeah, right. Here, there's a really good preview here. I think that's Alice. If you watch the CW one, the CW Batwoman series, I believe that's Alice. So that'll be really cool. Which I like. Oh man, I love that performance in the Alice character. And then last but not least, probably what's gonna be the most action-packed one. Deathstroke, the Terminator. I mean,
I like I love Carmine Di Giomenico's art.
yeah,
I love trying to say his name.
love it.
And then Tony Fleeks, he kills it on anything he writes.
Yeah,
Like he's kind of one of those writers for me that still kind of flies under the radar a little bit.
I feel.
But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything that he pops up, are the best books out there. When it came on, the scene just kind of blew me away. And then I started reading Feral. Feral is just so good month to month. I was reading I got a little kid that found out he was like part cartoon. I've been reading that for a long time. And then I kind of eventually started trade waiting on it. He's got everything he touches, I hear is great. So, or at least really, really solid. So I'm excited for this too. I'll give it a shot.
Same here.
I'm not a huge Deathstroke the Terminator person either. So, but I'll give it a shot.
I liked especially the New 52. I think Tony Daniels wrote and drew the Deathstroke series. I really like that. Like it was really cool. But it truly is all about the aesthetic and just like all the action. Like that's, I mean, living up to the Terminator name. On top of that, we got some special things that are coming up for the other titles in the DC universe. So we'll talk about those as well. See how many of those are you were caught up with, how many of those are we are not. First of all, the Wonder War was gonna begin with issue 31 of Wonder Woman. So if you're aware, if you're caught up in Wonder Woman, the next little arc, which I believe is from issue 29 and 30, are going to be written by Stephanie Williams, who had been working on Nubia. So it's a little bit of a break for Tom King and Sam Pierre before they get to this. But also, it's about Wonder Woman going to back to Themyscira to introduce Lizzie to everyone because they don't know that she has a baby.
Oh, that that those two actors? I thought it was going to be okay. That's cool. I hadn't heard what they were about. So,
yep. All right, next on the list, Batman. The next arc really kicks off at number 7, reintroducing the Joker in this world, and then of course Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez just kind of continuing like all the work they're doing as Batman Rogues, his friends, everybody begins to converge in Gotham. So I'm very excited. I love this book so much.
It's that's an interesting line as all of his friends and enemies converge in Gotham, because you'll see what happens in Detective Comics that Gotham gets a new hero moving into the town. I need to go back to Wonder Woman real quick, in that I need to I do not know. Like I've been reading Wonder Woman month to month consistently, but I've lost we've talked about this before on the show. I've lost the thread. I have no idea what's going on. I know Wonder Woman is like, I know Wonder Woman had a kid. Steve Trevor is dead. And Wonder Woman used some of his DNA to sculpt her own baby. And now we have Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman, and Steve, what's his name?
Steve Trevor.
But then there's like this lost Amazon. They got kidnapped and put on this mouse island that Diana was trying to rescue, and I think they got killed, and maybe that Amazon had a baby too, and maybe the baby. You tell me if I'm right or not. That baby grows up to be who is eventually the villain of this Wonder Woman story. Is that correct?
Yeah, and that's
okay.
You got it. So here's what I got. Here's what I'm getting, and I just talked about this in my review of Wonder Woman 28. Diana's been very reckless in this run, and all those things. Like she's accumulating a lot of debt to Karma, or like with different countries, like breaking laws and breaking treaties and stuff. And she's been going about this very nonchalant, very cavalier. She's been very cavalier about this whole run, and I think all those things are going to add up, and there's going to be consequences to be paid, and that's probably what the Wonder War is going to be like. The accumulation of all these things over time finally come due. So yeah, I'm very excited. But I'm glad I caught up to Wonder Woman, and I'm also, well, I'll talk about that when we get to comics, but there's a converging storyline in Trinity, so in the other book. So you should also read that. All right. We have big shakeup in Gotham, as you were saying. Commissioner Vandal Savage, of course, but we have a new mayor, Pamela Isley. What? Poison Ivy? I have not read that issue, but I really need to now. So that's going to be very interesting. And then, of course, we have.
She can put up as many flyers as she wants because she can just make the paper.
That's right.
Like, and just paper the town full
and
of.
It's all biodegradable.
That's right. That's right.
The Green Initiative finally won out in Gotham. We also have a new resident moving over to Gotham, which is Green Arrow. So that'll come to pass in the new storyline from Detective Comics with Michael Janin and Tom Taylor. Oh, sorry, art by Pete Woods. Michael Janin is going to be doing the covers, and then Nightwing also kicking off his new noir tale with Dennis Cowan joining Dan Waters.
That's cool.
I'm
excited about Green Arrow moving into Gotham. That sounds fun.
That's feels like he would hate it there.
I think it feel like I love Batman and Green Arrow. Like some people like whatever about them, but I like the idea that Green Arrow, obviously when he was first created, was a Batman ripoff.
Right.
Because it was just everything
Green.
was exactly the same. He was just Robin Hood instead of Batman.
Yeah.
So I like it when they get paired together because I don't know. They're both millionaires, but Ollie's like so much more liberal than Bruce. Bruce is like, I think in his heart, Bruce is still a capitalist, So I want to see those two play off each other more and more.
Yeah. I mean, if you want more contrast, and Jeff talked about it last week, that Arcadia book, really brings that to the forefront, the differences between them. So, all right, more stuff in Gotham. Catwoman 85, Torrin Grumbeck, working on that book, and then also Batgirl 17 from Tate Bromwell and Takeshi Miyazawa. Harley Quinn also getting a new makeover, splitting into two personas, whatever that means.
She's gonna be Harley Quinn and Pamela Isley working for, or not Pamela Isley. She's gonna be Harleen Quinzel working as like the chief of staff underneath Pamela Isley in the thing.
Oh, so that's in the Poison Ivy book.
And that's in the Poison Ivy book. And then Batgirl is getting superpowers. She's getting I've heard people say blood bending powers.
Hey, that's what it looks like here.
Yeah, so that's cool and scary. I wouldn't want her to have
big shakeups in the Batman office. All right, the one I'm probably the most excited for, Reign of the Superboys. So we have Action Comics, of course, still chugging along, but the Reign of the Superboys is gonna take place. Let's see. I guess it's between Action Comics and World's Finest, if I had to guess.
And Superman.
And Superman. Oh, that's right. Because we have
a new Superman.
And Superman Unlimited. Oh my goodness. I love that Superman Prime is taking over the title, the main Superman title.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's so
I feel like that's kind of gold for him, but also because the character is so meta, it's yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're doing because obviously something happens to Superman, Clark Kent,
after
KO, so he's gonna go away for a while or do whatever that happens. And it really feels like DC is playing around. Now they're having fun. They're having their fun now with the DC KO stuff.
Are we having?
And it's a lot of fun. It's not super deep. It's whatever it is. It's fun. Then they're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're going to just start playing around with the characters post that, and see what they can shake up. I'm excited.
This page is this news page is bonkers. All right, in the DC Cosmic and Beyond. I mean, look how many Lantern colors we're bringing back. We're bringing everything back. Also, why is Superboy here? What's happening?
Is that Connor? Because the Reign of Superboys, I'm like, where's Connor? He's a Superboy.
Yeah, it looks like Connor. Green Lantern 33, aka 600. That's gonna be fun. And then Aquaman riding a Starro. This is probably coming out of the DCKO stuff as well, because that's the last time we saw with Starro. We have a new team, a new artist, I believe, with Ryan North and Gavin Gaudry are taking over on Flash.
So here's where I wanted to get to, because if you want to get me to read a Flash book, I like Flash. I'm a Wally guy over a Barry, because I grew up with Wally.
Hot take.
And I believe
maybe
this
not
is
a hot.
Wally.
Yeah,
you're
right.
Not hot anymore.
Lukewarm take.
It's it's average room temperature take. But having Ryan North, who has just blown me away with every single Fantastic Four issue. I can't wait to see what he does with the Flash, because the Flash is also a very scientific heavy book.
Yep.
And Wally, so Barry's the scientist, but Wally, I remember reading those early JLA Grant Morrison books where Grant Morrison would write Wally as like having studied under Barry. So Wally was always just like reciting like the scientific facts that he learned from Barry. So I'm hoping that Ryan North is kind of like that way too, where he's just like, oh, I learned this from Barry, that if you whatever weird Flash science that we get out of it, I'm excited to learn.
Yeah. All right. And then I think this is the last of it. Yeah. The last of it is the big team books. What's happening with the big team books? Well, Justice League 17, you can see here the rosters changed a little bit after the events of DCKO. A lot of these are participants in the DCKO thing. So, I know if for anybody joining us on the vertical feed here, we haven't figured out how to share everything great. So, you can always come to the main feed on the channel. You can see the full screen. But we appreciate you watching, and let us know what you're into. And then Titans is getting a new writer. Tom Taylor's finally, and they're changing their name, but not the number. They're going from Titans to New Titans, but just keeping the numbering. Which Marvel, take a note. You don't have to renumber. You don't have to reset.
You don't got to renumber.
Tay Brombo, who is writing the Batgirl book, will take over on Titans. So that's quite.
You can kind of tell. It looks like we got one of the Superboys in that picture there.
We do. Oh, it could be John. I'm thinking it's John.
I think it's John,
because he's not in anything else. Like we saw Connor, we saw. Yeah, it has to be John. I guess he's Superman technically.
He's Superman.
So,
other news things that I couldn't find links for, but the Kyle Rayner is becoming the main Green Lantern of Earth again. They're giving him a new costume, which I think is cool. Again, I grew up on Kyle as being the Green Lantern, not Hal.
Yeah,
Hal was Parallax at the time, so I'm a big Kyle fan. So that's exciting, and they're relaunching a new Teen Titans book. Along with that renumbering or renaming of Titans, there's a new Teen Titans book that's coming out, and it's got the same logo as the cartoon. That's the Robin, Starfire, that the cartoon with all the kids, the Cartoon Network cartoon. So I'm wondering if it's them. I wonder if it's like that, or if it's I don't know what it is. They haven't really, other than the title, I haven't seen much about it.
Okay, the next thing is interesting because I feel like Penguin Random House is doing some weird shit. Something called Comics Giveaway Day.
So I think this is what replaced Free Comic Book Day, because since Free Comic Book Day is a thing that Diamond did, and Diamond may not exist by 2026. Because that date is the first weekend in May, which is Free Comic Book Day.
Oh man, that's gonna be harder. So change my wording. I've been Free Comic Book Day since 2011.
What is it called again? Comics Giveaway Day.
Comics Giveaway Day.
Lame.
CGD.
Somebody put marketing on that.
I know. But we're gonna see some interesting stuff. Amazing Spider-Man and the Queen in Black. What? Are you caught up on that? I don't know.
No. Mary Jane is not ready for it.
We also have Avengers, X-Men, as the Armageddon assembles in summer. So a little preview of that.
That is written by Zdarsky, Ryan North, and Jed McKay. That's
I think.
crazy.
I mean, probably because those are the writers on those books, right?
Yeah, but I feel like those are the guys that Marvel is kind of like, you know how DC has like Scott Snyder and like they're guys that they're kind of Joshua Williamson, who are like, we're kind of in charge of Mark Waid, who is kind of in charge of
I
helming
feel like
which
it's Mark.
direction.
I feel like it's Mark Waid that won, and then everybody is like right underneath that.
Yeah. And Marvel did it with like Bendis and Matt Fraction way back in the day, and I
Right.
feel like they've kind of gotten back around to it. Where like we're putting a few of you guys in charge of
together.
direction, helming which way the universe goes. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Sayers. We're getting some more from the 20th century corner of Marvel. With Planet of the Apes, Alien, and Predator. All of them big hits. So I'm pretty excited about that as well.
We
I
need to
love
crossover.
I love these
crossover with those
franchises.
guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that they're fully crossing over, but I'm excited. And then also for the kids, Spidey and his amazing friends. That's kind of a shame that Free Comic Book Day is gone the way of the dodo.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if there's like going to be a lunar like Free Comic Book Day, but they have to call it something else too. They're going to be like non-paid for floppies or something like that. I don't know what they would call
Awful name change. I agree. It's the worst. We need a workshop. We need to come up with something better.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. Even Jeff the Shark is pissed.
Yeah. Alias.
New Alias book coming out.
A red band Alias book.
How are you going to red band? I understand how you red band Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones is a family woman now. She's not like that first Alias book was her being an alcoholic, like mess. Like Luke Cage, like she finally met Luke Cage, and like the two of them kind of straightened their lives out together and started a family and joined the Avengers. Now they have and like Luke Cage is the mayor.
Based on this quote by Sam Humphries from that told Polygon, I'm excited to push the limit of what kind of cases Jessica Jones can investigate and how far she'll go to solve them. So I think she's just going to run into some real gnarly shit as she investigates. And that's how we red band it.
Maybe what if this is how we bring so there's the big rumor that Brian Michael Bendis is coming back to Marvel. What if he's coming back to Marvel as a character and Jessica Jones is red band and she can beat the crap out of him for doing all that stuff to her?
Someone killed the Marvel Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, she's solving Brian Michael Bendis's murder.
Death of the author, the death of the auteur, literally.
Yeah.
All right, and then last but definitely not least, the man with the power of a million suns is back. The Sentry, which took too long after the Thunderbolts movie for this to come out, I feel.
100%. Yeah, this is a missed opportunity. That or when does Doomsday come out? Unless this comes out before Doomsday to be like, hey, remember that guy?
Yeah, the 26th, I think. 2020 Christmas 2026.
Okay.
So here we have. Sorry, this book is by Paul Jenkins with Christian Rosado, and a really cool cover by Alex Maleev.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. I do like the kind of making him look a little bit more like the actor too, like kind of sort of a little bit.
A little. I mean, you can't go wrong with looking like what's his name? Pullman.
Yeah.
Bill? No, Bill Pullman's the dad.
That's Dad Pullman.
Dad Pullman.
We'll call him Son Pullman. Philip.
Okay.
Philip? No, I don't remember his name. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit of it's falling weirdly in between Thunderbolts and Doomsday, where you're like, this is, I don't know, maybe it's coverage for the character.
Yeah.
But
okay, and then the last thing from Image Comics that Jeff found while looking for stuff, we're getting a reprint of the Marvel Team Up Spider-Man Meets Invincible issue. If you've been watching the show, they couldn't get Spider-Man in there because it's a Marvel character, but they've already done this in the show. And we have some covers to take a look at. Now, when is this happening? Do you have the date? It's covered up by the
Oh,
picture.
I don't have the date anymore.
Well, I'll look at it in a second. Of course, we have blank.
Yeah, we were looking at all the Spider-Man, Superman covers. I was like, let's look at the Spider-Man Invincible covers.
That's right. I like that
Is
they're
that,
not afraid to just cash in. Is
Oh,
this
yeah,
Ryan?
yeah.
I think this is.
That's
Is
Ryan
it
Otley.
Otley? This is Otley, yeah.
You can tell by the eyes.
Yeah.
Eric Larson. I think Eric Larson's doing a little bit of a Frank Miller thing. in this.
A little bit, yeah, I can see it, and especially once again in the eyes, but this time the eyes of Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then here,
Comic
getting
Con.
Todd back on Spider-Man might be worth it.
Toddy just he pulls up an old sketch. He has so many of these.
Yeah, this is
Todd just
trace.
doodles Spider-Man for fun. He's like, one day, my boy. Bagley. Mark Bagley.
Oh yeah, it's Mark Bagley.
And then this is the main one. So let's see. This will be out on March 4th. Here's your lunar codes. Pre-order now if you don't want to miss out. Pre-ordering comics is the best way to get comics. The day you want to get your comics. So unless your shop gets short sold, then otherwise. Otherwise, you should get your comics. So let us know, what are you most excited for out of all the stuff we just talked about? I know we threw a lot out at you guys, but I mean, that's comics. You got to move quickly, you know?
Tell you what.
All right, before we get into our previously on, a few housekeeping items. First of all, stay tuned today. If you like anime, I'm covering a lot of the Jump Fest 2025 stuff, including already a trailer this morning for Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War arc, which I had to remove the actual trailer footage from, unfortunately, but my video's still up. Also, make sure to go fill out our end of the year survey. You can find that on the community page. You can find that on, actually, I can probably drop the link on the chat as well for anybody watching live. Let us know, what is your favorite stuff for 2025. There, I just dropped the link on all the chats that this thing would allow me on. So check there. But if not, come back. What else? Other things that I had announced? No, I think that's pretty much it for now. Oh, I guess one thing, we are working. This is kind of an update. I think I told you guys yesterday on our Discord. We're putting together our list of best of 2025, and League of Comic Geeks has been a godsend for that. I went through every Wednesday on my pull list, and I've narrowed it down. I've narrowed it down to 32 titles, which is still a lot. I don't know.
That's a lot for a best of.
That's a lot for a best of. But I'm going to give away some of the things that I'm probably going to remove from the list. Not because they're not good, but because they just started and they'll probably end up being best of like next year, actually. So the first thing I'm looking at my list right now. The first thing I'm going to take out for 2025 is,
let's see.
Galactic.
This is a teaser for all you watching. That find out who the losers are first. You need to find out.
Well, they're not losers. They're just probably, the thing is. So my first thing is Galactic from Distillery, but this only has one issue out in 2025. I feel it's great and I love it, but I feel that next year is when this thing is truly going to go on my list.
Yeah.
So
I do have rules for the best of it needs to have mostly been in the year, like the story.
Yeah.
Stories can be like ongoing. Comics can be ongoing. They can be like little mini series, whatever. So I just need the majority of the story to take place within the 2025 calendar year in order for it to make a list.
The other thing I'm going to remove now from Distillery as well is You Won't Feel a Thing. This was the Scott Snyder team up again that they did recently. Once again, we've only had one issue in 2025, and because Jock and Scott Snyder are so busy doing other things, there is no release date for issue number 2. So And the last thing I'll preview for you guys here, I had one more that I was gonna take off. Oh yeah, here. And this may end up on some of the guys' list. I'm not gonna tell them how to do their list. It's a book from Image Comics called Everything Dead and Dying. And the only reason it's not going on there is because it's only, I think by the end of the year, it'll only have 3 issues out, or maybe 4.
I think the
So
fourth one just came out.
So not truly a complete arc, but boy, oh boy, it's a freaking good comic book. And if any of you guys put it on your list, I would not fault you. But I feel like this is going to end up on my list in 2026 when the collection truly comes out. So there you go. There's a little preview. I'm down to 29 now.
It did make my short list, but I had the same issue with it that it is not. It's too new for it to be on the thing. I have been able to narrow mine down to 16. I picked 5 Marvel, 5 DC, 5 non-Marvel DC, so all the indies.
Oh, okay,
grouped together, and then 1 event book.
Very nice, very nice. So there you go. There's a little preview for our best of. Stay tuned. We'll probably come back after the holidays with that. All our best of shows are going to be probably very likely in January. I'm expecting the first show of the year to be the survey results, and then the next show to be comics, and then the next show to be movies, and then the next show to be everything else that we don't have room for / the results of our fantasy draft movie game, because then it'll be by the deadline. So lucky for me, the first 4 shows of the year they schedule themselves. So stay tuned for all that. All right, let's get into what we've been watching, what we've been reading. First with the big watches. Not a lot of watches this week, but I'll let you go first because you have 3 and I only have 2, so we can go 1 and 1.
I have one that I've not even had a chance to add to the list, but last night I watched the Christmas Saturday Night Live, the Christmas episode with Ariana Grande, Cher as a musical guest, Bowen Yang's final show before he is leaving the show.
I've seen a few clips from little skits, and I'm very excited to actually. I don't normally watch SNL every week. I usually just watch the skits as they come out and on whatever platform. So, but I'm watching this whole show.
It was a good show. It was like their Christmas show is usually better than the rest of them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually cameo filled whatever, but no cameos at all. Like it was just the people who were in the show. Like it was interesting. So, but it was good. It was a very good episode. They did do a couple of things for Bowen Yang for his final like he was in the final sketch and it was mostly about him leaving the show.
Yeah,
kind of
I heard about that
thing. It was emotional. It was a good sketch. Ariana Grande is so funny. Like she could easily be a cast member, but that would be a huge pay cut for her. So but yeah, she's great.
She could be the host of our holiday special that we planned yesterday.
Could easily, she should. Yeah, she's great. I love her. So I think it's definitely worth the watch. Saturday Night Live is definitely going through a transition year this year. If you've watched Saturday Night Live long enough, you can feel the hills and valleys,
ebbs and
that
flows,
is Saturday Night Live. The ebbs and flows, and we're definitely ebbing right now. But sometimes those are the interesting seasons to watch, because then there's the weird quirky stuff that they never like. A lot of it's bad, but then every so often there's like a really weird one. I think that I really get into.
There's sketches that would otherwise end up on the cutting room floor that make it to actual live because of that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of an interesting season.
I saw that they did sorry, real quick, since talking SNL. 4 of the cast members did like one of those hot ones things, but not, they were playing like beer pong on Hot Ones. I don't know. Hot Ones is just way more than just eating wings now. They have like 4 or 5 different things that they do. Where sometimes like Sean's not even in most of them anymore. He's just on the main Hot Ones.
Well, they got bought. So Hot Ones is no longer. Well, whoever was doing Hot Ones initially, they sold it to somebody else. And part of the thing was, does it get Sean? Does Hot One get Sean, or whoever buys it? Is Sean part of the deal? And he was not. But I think he's still on the. I think that's why they have all these spin-off shows without Sean, is because that's part of what they're trying to branch out and stuff.
I'll tell you this: that Hot Ones, the main Hot Ones, doesn't work without Sean.
No, and Sean should be part of our Christmas holiday. In fact, I would open our Christmas holiday special with Santa Claus dying because he's been on he can't do Christmas because he
How about we don't kill him? We just give him indigestion.
We just give him really bad indigestion, and then Sean has to deliver all the gifts.
That's right. Nice. All right, let me jump in here with one thing I saw. Well, actually, no, you do one more because that was not even on the list. So,
the other things I watched Christmassy, I watched the Love Hard show on Netflix, the movie on Netflix. It is gosh, I can't remember who's in it now. Nina Dobrev and Jimmy O Yang, I think. I could be completely wrong about that, but it's she gets catfished into thinking that she's bumbling or dating app somebody that she goes out to meet for Christmas, and finds out that she's been catfished by is it Jimmy O Yang? Are you looking it up? I can't remember.
yes, it is.
But and then they kind of fall in love. But their favorite movie, they talk about Die Hard a lot. So the flip is Love Hard.
Can you imagine catfishing Nina Dobrev?
I can't after this movie.
I mean, come on. The fact that Nina Dobrev. So the most unbelievable thing I think for me in this movie is the fact that Nina Dobrev had to go on an app.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Netflix. Go sell that to someone else.
I think this is a charming rom-com. I love it. I think it's.
It looks
I think
very
it's fun.
nice. I might check that out. This came out in November.
She was on
This isn't really
Vampire Diaries. I forget what show she was on.
She was in Vampire Diaries. Correct. Great. I love her. Interesting. Well, speaking of Netflix, I'll watch something that was recommended to me because it was the #1 movie on the movie list.
Oh.
It's called The Great Flood. This is
I almost watched this.
I mean, it is I feel like I almost got catfish too, because the movie it acts like it's a disaster movie. It is not. It's a big old twist. Yeah, it's very interesting.
The flood is the flood of emotions you feel.
You're not like you're not that far off. It's very interesting. I went to Letterboxd afterwards to log it, and I was reading a bunch of the reviews, and people were very split on like if they like the kind of twist. Like the first 45 minutes of this movie is like one of the most intense disaster movies you've ever seen, and then it takes a turn, and it turns into something completely different. But I like checking out Korean films because they tend to take a lot of big risks. Also, their production value is usually very good. I ended up giving this a 3 stars because I feel like the movie itself doesn't know what it wants to be or do. But it's good. Also, there's a kid in it. I'm sorry. He's very annoying. I think he was supposed to be annoying. But that's annoying. So no, we're not talking. So we're not talking about no other shows. We're talking about The Great Flood on Netflix. Like I said, it's #1. You can't miss it. They are shoving this in your face hard. And my Letterboxd review was very simple, very straightforward. I just call this the wettest movie of 2025. So there you go.
Hot. There you go.
The wettest movie.
So gross.
Yeah, follow that, Jeff.
I back to my Christmas movie watching. I watched Christmas Chronicles also on Netflix. I love that. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell as Santa Claus. You can't beat it. uh, his real life wife plays Mrs. Claus. And I'm blanking on her name.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn. Thank you. And the kids are in it really good. I think that if this had been, it was made, I guess Netflix produced it or whatever a few years back, but I contend that if it had like a movie screening, and they were like, okay, this is going to be a movie. Maybe we switch out a couple of the actors and put just a little bit more, whatever. This could be. I think that it could have been like a classic Hollywood film. Maybe not quite on the level of like Elf or whatever. Or Elf, but I think it would have been up there as a really good rewatchable movie for a lot of people who went and saw it in the theater instead of having it been on Netflix. I do have one issue with Netflix though. Now that I'm watching Netflix again, just the one this week. This week I have one issue.
Oh, okay, this week, good.
And that is at the end of watching something, it'll ask you, did you like it? This, I really liked it. I liked it. Not for me. Those are your three options. You know? And I'm like, what if Netflix has already been on like very open about how they want to create entertainment just for the background. They want you to be, they're like, hey, we want you to put on Netflix and then do, work on your laptop. Or,
go on about your life.
Go on about your life. Just make sure you're watching Netflix. So I think there needs to be an option that's just like, I just had it on the background and I did not pay attention to any of it. And I need to know those statistics of those people who are just like, I did not pay attention. All the effort you put into making this movie, I paid attention to 10% of it. And then I want to see how that affects the people.
Oh, you're talking about but not for this movie, right? This movie you paid
not for this movie, but just in general. Because this movie, I'm like, I love it. But there are sometimes when I'll watch a movie and I'm like, well, I don't want to say I didn't like it because I didn't pay attention to it enough to like it or dislike it. I just want Netflix to know that they're doing a good job of me not paying attention to them, but having turned them on.
They should do like a you know how YouTube has different like a theater mode and stuff like that. Or however you want to watch it, they should have Netflix as well as a background mode as well.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
The light is a little bit different. Maybe the volume is not as loud. So like and the subtitles are a little bigger, in case you want to look over and see what's going on.
And then they could probably start doing a little thing where they're like, if they're not paying attention, maybe we'll sneak an ad in here or something just to see what would happen.
Ads take you immediately out of the thing, and I'll talk about that with the next thing I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Hit me.
I watched the first episode of Fallout season 2. I love the show. God, I forgot how good the show was until I started watching it again. This is the show that has gotten me the closest to almost watching Twin Peaks, just because is it Kyle MacLachlan? Kyle MacLachlan, he's so good. But I'm like, I don't have the time or the emotional bandwidth.
I think
there's a lot of Twin Peaks. I know it doesn't sound like there's a lot, but there's a lot more than meets the eye. I don't want to
2 movies and 3 seasons.
Yeah,
4 seasons.
That's quite an ask, Jeff. In this era where I'm fighting for every minute of watch time.
You're never gonna solve what's her name's mystery.
Yeah,
Laura Palmer.
Man, oh man, the Prime ads are so annoying. They come at the worst time. It feels like, at least when TV, like I feel like Prime hasn't mastered when because these shows are not shot to have ads in them, right? Like TV, Law and Order comes to a point where it's like, all right, here we go.
The commercial break.
Perfect commercial break, right? They are paced that way. Sitcoms the same way. Not Fallout. Jonathan Nolan is not writing this show like, and here's the commercial, here's where it goes, so but the show itself is great. Walton Goggins, amazing. I mean, if you haven't heard or listened or watched our Christmas spectacular from yesterday, Walton Goggins got the glazing of his life. Is that what the kids say? I think that's what the kids say. You're on TikTok more than I am.
We definitely glazed them.
The show's really good. It was very interesting that they only release one episode. Normally Prime does like 2 or 3 and then weekly, but I'm okay with it. I want my Fallout to last me as long as I can. And
Go back to weekly. I'm telling you.
this means yeah, this will mean weekly. So like maybe 8. I think these are 8-episode seasons. And it also, this show makes me miss that we really fumbled Westworld. Somewhere along the way, Westworld
Yeah.
got fumbled.
Yeah, definitely.
That first season of Westworld is like it needs to
Well,
be
the
written
Westworld
about.
Westworld came out. I think Westworld got fumbled because of cost. Because they were
Yeah.
producing Westworld and they were doing that in Game of
I
Thrones.
think the
at the same
writer's
time,
strike
weren't they?
also got in the way there.
Yeah.
The
That
writers
sounds
or
right,
the
too.
actors, one of the strikes, which that's not the show's fault, and it's the studio's fault, really.
Yeah.
They would just pay people the right amount. There'd be no need for strike. So I don't want people to misconstrue my words. We're pro workers' rights here in the next issue.
That's right. 100%. Pay people what they're worth.
That's right. But yeah, Fallout, it's really good.
Nice.
Well, I think you have one more thing, right?
I do have one more thing.
Speaking of
But
big franchises,
on the commercial things, I refuse to watch movies on Hulu now because Hulu used to just show Hulu before the times. Hulu didn't have any ads. Like you just subscribed to Hulu and Hulu just showed you the stuff. Like the TV shows had ads, but they were TV shows. So you were they were built in to the thing. So it was just like watching television.
Yep.
But the movies never had ads normally, and now they've started adding ads into the middle of the movies. And again, they're not. You're right, because they don't normally make movies to have ads shoved in. But sometimes when they show them on air, like on network television or whatever, somebody's watching them and is made sense
it's an
of
art
where
form.
the thing.
Yeah, like they know it's. That's why they tell you this has been reformatted, because sometimes they cut stuff or they whatever they have to do. So,
and AI is not, whatever AI algorithm they're using is not smart enough. Like AI is dumb. We need to get my thing is telling every CEO in the country that AI is stupid and just quit using it.
More like artificial dumb intelligence.
Yeah, use it for your grammar checks. Use it for all the stuff that you've been using, whatever simple algorithm.
I'll let an algorithm find me a recipe with those ingredients that I need, that I have.
Yeah. But your AI is dumb. Your AI is like dumber than a baby. And it doesn't matter. And you're not going to have enough water in the planet to get.
And that's because babies never seen commercials, so they don't know where they go.
yeah, exactly. So, there are a lot of like places where I'm just like, I'm not watching.
Peacock front loads their ads for movies.
That's a smart thing.
We'll give you ads. Here, watch 3 minutes of ads, and then you can watch the movie uninterrupted. Unless you like do a pause and come back within a certain amount of time, then they'll kind of give you another. But that's on you. You pause the movie, right? So,
yeah. YouTube is the worst. YouTube will give you an ad every 3 minutes now, and they're loud and they're obnoxious. And YouTube, I guarantee you, they only use their AI algorithm to be like, hey, is this guy hitting the skip commercial thing within 5 seconds of us popping it up? Because if not, the next time we're giving you an ad, it's going to be like 4 hours of ads until you hit the thing. We don't care.
God, there's a Walmart gift wrapping ad that can go on for hours if you let it.
Yeah. It's like their ASMR Walmart ad. I'm just like, it's like over an hour long. I'm like,
I might put that on when I'm wrapping presents today.
Yeah.
The ad.
Just the ad. YouTube will love you for that. The final thing I'd watched to catch up for next week, next week is the final Stranger Things. The first half. I finished the first half of the final season of Stranger Things. That's really tough.
Sorry, quick comment from the chat. Please see a doctor if you see an ad that lasts longer than 4 hours. That's very good.
That's very smart. That would be a great ad. So I'm all caught up on the Stranger Things until next week. I got to tell you, this new season, not great. It's fun. It's fun because it has a very Rise of Skywalker feeling to it for me, which can be triggering for a lot of people to hear. But there were moments in Rise of Skywalker where I'm like, oh, this is what I want to see. Right before in the middle of everything falling apart in that movie, there's one scene where you finally get Ray and Finn and
when
what's his
I'm gonna tell you the moment where I was like, the reason I give that movie a little bit of lenience. Ray has her lightsaber, she pulls it back, and then Kylo Ren gets it through the Force, and I'm like, fucking, like this is perfect. The rest of the movie, whatever, but that moment was incredible.
Yeah, so there's that moment where Kylo Ren is off on his own, and then you get the new core people finally, for the first time in all three movies, together in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
And I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I've been waiting to see for this whole
this is
this
pod
whole thing.
racing.
This is pod racing. I have the high ground, Anakin. Let's go. And then it lasts for a good 15 minutes, and then they tear it apart. So there are like these moments in the Stranger Things where you finally see all these characters working together that you've built throughout all 5 seasons of it, and you know, I'm like, these guys should all be on the same page now, but they're not. They're arguing for stupid reasons. I'm just like, why are you not all? Why do you know exactly what you're up against? Why are you all fighting like these dumb arguments?
Yeah.
Also, because half the cast was cast as little kids and they were all little cute kid actors. Now that they're all adults, you can really start to see the actors from the kids who were just cast as like cute kids. Like they never could get past whatever cute kid acting they could do. So there's really a lot of difference between the actors now, where you're just like, ooh, this is not good. This is good. This is not good.
I hope one of them has like a receding hairline.
Yeah, that'd be
we all had that. We all knew somebody like in college or something that just, for genetic reasons, they're like, they were 20, but their hairline looked like that of a 50-year-old.
Yeah. Just a rough living.
It happens.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's not, like I said, it's not great. There's a lot of dumb dialogue. There's a weird dick joke that they make in one of the episodes that they just kind of keep making over and over again, and I'm just like, is this funny? I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. So,
alrighty. Well, we'll have to check in with you after the Christmas break. To see how it goes. All right, let's get into comic books. Before we get into fully comic books for the week, did you read anything that was from prior times?
I flipped through a few comics. I revisited the Batman Santa Claus Silent Night, the first one. That's
the second one was not as good, huh?
No, not as good.
Unfortunately,
I feel like yeah.
That happens when DC does something and they're like, let's try it again. Sometimes it don't work.
That Justice League Kong Godzilla thing.
Yeah, which is almost over. I think it's almost over in the next couple of months. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I read something that I was catching up on, but also the last issue comes out next week. So big shout out to our friends at DC. I went back and reread Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, issues 1-6. Man, what a fun series. Like,
I saw Belen Ortega talk about how the next issue comes out next week on her Twitter or Threads or whatever. And she was like, I'm going to miss these two. We had talked about this series last week or whatever, and how I was kind of creeped out that Trinity had a thing for Jason Todd, even though there's some timey-wimey like time travel stuff. So age-wise, they're appropriate for one another. But in the reality of the DC universe, there's like a good 20-25 years difference between them, maybe, I think. So I was a little creeped out by that. But Belen Ortega loves their relationship. She's like, I'm going to miss these two, was a big tweet.
I read the 6th issue. I understand completely why we did what we did with that story. Because I didn't realize that you saw them in 2 issues. They did that, right? Mm-hmm. The Corgi and the Family Part 1 and Part 2. Those are Jason centric with the teenage Lizzie.
Yeah.
Also, just real quick, hi from Italy. Ciao. I believe ciao. I have a lot of coworkers that are Italian and they say ciao all the time. So, but I don't know if they're saying hello and goodbye. Either way, hi. Thanks for watching. I really like this story. I think the 6th issue is gonna be I'm waiting to see how people are gonna receive that. Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to talk about it. And I'm gonna make a whole video about the whole series, so stay tuned for that. But man, oh man, it's fun, and I love Belen's artwork. I have a page from her, like you can't see it, but hanging up here, I have a page from one of the Batman things that she did while Zdarsky was writing, which is one of my most precious. There we go. See, ciao. Buonasera, since it is the evening over there. You're right. So yeah. All right. But that's all that was my Watchmen moment where it's like a comic from the past / the future. So let's get into what we're reading now. Jeff, your list is unusually small. So let me kick things off. You have a lot of reading, which I'm glad. I know you have a little bit of extra PTO because of the last few days of the year. So hopefully that'll help you catch up. So let me kick things off, and we'll go back and forth, and then I'll just whenever you run out of comics, I'll continue. Okay, Planet She-Hulk #2. I love this book. It's so insane. It's like Game of Thrones in the best way. Yeah.
I have my copy.
I'm assuming this is one of the ones you haven't read.
Not read, but I'm looking forward to. It's next on the list.
Yeah, there was a
pile.
I mean, we had some Wedding Crashers last issue. There's a lot of changes here. There's a lot of action. Some really cool. I really like this panel of like She-Hulk and kind of fighting it out with someone, just kind of out of context. Aaron Kuder is amazing. Stephanie Phillips is amazing. So, yeah.
I flipped through it. I really like the Aaron Kuder artwork. It's
so good. So good. So smooth. I don't know. And but in the best way too. Like I'm saying that as a compliment. It's so smooth. Like it just flows. All right. What do you got, Jeff?
I was making sure I didn't pick your pick of the week, which I've not ever heard of. So no.
Yeah, it's not a book that I physically have with me actually. So you're good.
One of the ones I did get to read this week is the final issue of the Superman, the Kryptonite Adventure, or Kryptonite Spectrum rather. I love this book. Hey, what a crazy ending! First off,
yes.
I guess if you're not a fan of the book already, you're not going to love the ending. So I know some people were not a fan of the book.
I posted reviews that we do on League of Comic Geeks, and I like to read through what other people thought after I've already done my stuff. Yeah, it was weird, pretty divisive, but I think Ice Cream Man's also very divisive too. So it's just all about the right audience. But I mean, if you like this, you're probably gonna love Archie in 2026 when W. Michael writes it.
I mean, it feels very much in line with the work that they do with that team does on Ice Cream Man.
Yep.
So I'm here for it. I love it. It's obviously an L. I don't know. It's Black Label. So it's obviously not in continuity. So we're fine. Do whatever you want as far as you're not in. Go nuts.
Yep.
And I think they did go nuts. And I think it's a great story. I like. It's a little heady at times. I'm just like, wait, what's happening? Like it's a little science fiction, comic book science fiction.
Compared to it reminds me of like the best of the Silver Age stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
But also, unlike some of Mario Morasso, I mean, some of the Mario Morasso and Maxwell Prince's other work, it's kind of a happy, hopeful ending.
Yeah.
When you compare it to like Ice Cream Man and stuff like that.
Could you imagine having to do diaper duty? I couldn't do it.
Gosh. So, all right. Next, a book that may or may not be on my short list for best of the year. Exquisite Corpses. Ooh. Oh my God. This book, man, what a freaking ride. I want to go back and read it from the beginning. Oh, I almost picked up that cover. But because I was already... my shop pulls this one for me. And my shop pulls the main one. And then I also get the blind bag thing. So, yeah. What a great book. What a fantastic story they're telling.
The second book I read this week This latest issue of G.I. Joe, the Dreadnought War, number 16.
Oh, this is 15.
So good. So good.
I can't wait. We got one more before I can read it.
Oh, you're holding out for the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting till it's all done. Big shout out. I've already talked about this book a lot, but I got these two. Wrestle Heist. Kyle Starks, the Youngblood cover, which is crazy that this book has a Youngblood cover. Yes. Did you read it? You haven't read it.
I haven't
right?
read it yet. I picked it up on your recommendation, but I did pick it up.
All right. So once again, I would plug. Kyle Starks was on our show on the channel. Go check it out. If you like wrestling, or if you like heist, or if you like fun comic books, any of those three.
I do love this kind of cartoony network kind of art style.
Yes.
I love that kind of artwork.
Yeah. I love the little hands.
Yeah. There's something about this.
Tell me this isn't Shawn Michaels. All right. What else, Jeff?
Like this page alone makes me want to pick it up
It's
right
so
now. Look,
it's
look
so
at
good.
that.
I mean, the Ultimate Warrior moves. Yeah, if you like I said, if you like wrestling, heist, or fun comic books, I think you'll enjoy this book. Okay, what else?
I'm down to my pick of the week. Everything
Okay,
else is
let me
unread for
run
me.
through.
So.
I have 3 more to go that I've read, and a bunch of stuff that I haven't read, which we can. That'll be the longer segment for both of us. It seems like.
Yeah.
I've already talked about this a little bit. We have a full review on the channel, The Space Age. This is a really fun book by Kenny Porter and Mike Becker about an astronaut whose brother was abducted, and he's trying to figure out how to get him back. So he's an astronaut, so he goes up to space. But then funding gets cut for the space agency. It's wild. And then also Black Panther Intergalactic. Every time I read this title, I just think of the Beastie Boys song.
Intergalactic planetary.
Yeah.
Planetary.
Which might not be a bad soundtrack for this book. It's pretty gnarly. I'm gonna just show you one page with that, like out of context. The Black Panther fighting this gigantic snake. It's
who's
really
who's
cool.
writing that? What's the creative team on that?
Let me see here in the back, because it's in the back somehow. So, but Black Panther back on the throne after the events of the Imperial War. Oh, it's Victor Lavalle who did Sabretooth and the Outsiders or whatever, with art by Stefano Nessi and colors by Brian Valenza. So that snake brought to you by Brian Valenza. Yeah, but this is just following. This is all fallout from the Imperial. But now Black Panther back on the throne, or is he? We'll see. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna give it a couple more issues before I decide if I want to read it monthly or wait.
Trade.
Yeah, and then the last one is a trade. I didn't really read this week, but it came out this week. Red Before Black from Boom Studios. Stephanie Phillips, Goran Sutsuka. This is a crime noir, unlikely odd couple that takes place in Florida. And I know I just threw out a lot at you, but it's really good. It's fun. Stephanie Phillips, I mean, she can give you some action, some adventure.
She gives it all.
And she wrote Harley with Poison Ivy for a while, which is like, I'm not saying that's what these characters are, but I'm not saying that that's not what those characters are. Just in a noir thriller crime book. So, okay. You want to go over the stuff we haven't read before we go to our pick of the week?
Sure. You should want to do them all in one, or you want to?
Yeah, let me put you on the big stage, and you can do all yours, and then I'll do the same.
We have the latest issue of the Avengers here. This is I would say the penultimate issue before they switch over back to legacy numbering. So next issue is 800. This is issue 33/799.
Yep.
We'll get to it eventually. The newest issue of World's Finest. Joker and Lex Luthor have merged into one entity at the end of last issue. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Mark Waid always killing it. I picked up this cover of the Harley versus Zatanna for the KO fight month. Not read it. The newest issue of Everything Dead and Dying. The best zombie book out on the market right now.
And there's a Marvel Zombies Red book that's really good. So, you know.
I'm not going to pay attention to that. This is the latest issue of The Sacrificers. I love this book. I will sing the praises of this book forever. I don't know how many people are reading it. I mean, it's 18 issues in, so you can't just pick it up. You have to go back from the beginning. It's one of those kinds. Wonder Woman, I haven't picked up yet, but I need to read. Her adventures continue on Mouse Island. I hear we get a big introduction in this latest issue of Absolute Flash, which I have not read yet. The newest issue of Spider-Man Torn, the Straczynski miniseries, which I'm really enjoying. The only Spider-Man book I'm enjoying. The only Spider-Man 616 book I'm enjoying.
Thank you for correcting that.
And the latest issue of Harley Elvira, starring Power Girl, right there.
Oh, God, that cover is like 90% boobs.
yeah.
That's
This is
Power Girl too. So
yeah, it's just Power Girl. I like this comic. It's fun. It's dumb fun, but it's fun.
nice.
And that's everything I still have yet to read. I've got to read all that.
Yeah, so like Jeff, I also got Avengers and World's Finest, which you saw. Oh shit. Sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to drop you completely.
Okay.
There you go. Like Jeff, I got those. This is my cover of Absolute Flash that I picked up, but I haven't read it.
I like that.
Pretty excited. I'm saving a book because it's your book of the week, so I won't show that. The latest issue of Nightwing on the Manhunt with the Manhunter.
Nice.
Starship Godzilla, which I'm a little behind on, but I'm really enjoying the series. Space Shenanigans. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. And then I picked up the last issue of Rebel Moon Nemesis. Much like The Sacrificers, I may be the only person reading this book. Written by Gail Simone, and she's building up on the Zack Snyder world of Rebel Moon. So, like, how am I not going to read it? Also, I picked up this. I'm not picking up Black Cat Monthly, but I saw this cover and I was like, well, damn, I gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
And because I kind of left Jeff hanging the other day, and I still want some other covers, I got 2 more blind bags that were still available in my shop. So I will open those for Jeff today, so he can get to see. I'm looking for the Dustin Nguyen. I don't know if you saw in my video. I did pull the Daniel Warren Johnson one that I wanted.
I did see that.
So that was really nice. So now hopefully the Dustin Nguyen. That's why I bought some more, because I was like, and unlike DC and Marvel, these are, I think, $4.99, which is the normal price of a comic book. So, all right, let's see. When you cut it at the top, sometimes it shrinks immediately.
You have to kind of stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, we did get a question. How did you find the movie? I haven't watched it. The Rebel Moon movie.
Rebel Moon is it's not my favorite stuff from Zack Snyder, but I still really like both movies. Especially, I've seen the uncut. There's a lot more action. There's a lot more violence. So, like, yeah, it's a wild story, and I hope that we go back to it at some point. I do wanna see how things end up. Hey, the Clayton Crane cover. All right, well, I'm not mad at that.
That's a pretty good cover.
That's a pretty good cover. I immediately knew which one that was, because I love Clayton Crane. All right, well, we're looking for Dustin Window. So, like, you know, no shade against all the other cover artists. It's just the one that I really wanted. So, let's see here. Blind bag for the Turtles. Let me see. Maybe I cut it right this time. Come on, Dustin Nguyen. I don't want to go back to the shop and buy more. I'm done. It does add up. I have now 5 issues of TMNT number 13. I got another. Oh, but this is the trade list. Daniel Warren Johnson, which is different to the other one that I have somehow, because the other one had the title on it. So, all right, I guess I'm not mad, but I would like the Dustin Nguyen cover. So, If anybody has it, let me know. Maybe I can trade you my other Daniel Warren Johnson one with the trade dress.
Oof.
All right. Well, that was fun.
It's
Okay,
exciting.
cool. Pick of the week. Jeff, what is your pick of the week?
The newest issue of Barbaric, the Long Death. Barbaric is back. Michael Morrissey has been doing Barbaric books for the last few years. These little mini series. The universes have like each series does build on top of one another. So this feels like kind of a culmination of the first 4 series.
Who's that guy?
It's a Gimp. We do get an introduction to some new characters in this, well, at least one new character in this book. I love these books. I didn't realize how expensive they were. This is a $7 book, but it's a pretty beefy story. It's pretty meaty.
Yeah,
it's about a comic and a half worth of comic.
I think behind Big Rig, this is probably the biggest vault book they have going on.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't have Post Malone attached to it, so
No, but I love it's so funny. Like it's a Barbaric is about a barbarian named Owen who's been cursed and he's trying to get the curse lifted, and he's been cursed to wield this axe that has I don't know if it has a soul or whatever to it, but it's a talking axe, and it's just very tongue in cheek. It's super funny. It's a little body. It's just a great book all over. Violent, fun, all great fun.
Nice. Yeah, I love Barbaric. I haven't read this one, but I did buy it. I've been on I think the first few series were like 3-issue miniseries, and then they've been doing like these like one shots. They've had issues that are not even about the barbarian with the axe.
Yeah.
So they're expanding the world as much as they can. So, all right, my pick of the week is a book that I've been wanting to read because I saw it on a few best of lists, and I knew that I had to get to it before the end of the year. It is This Place Kills Me. This is from Abrams, so it's like a book, like it's a full graphic novel. It's like 200 and something pages from Mariko Tamaki, who you probably know from writing Detective Comics and a whole bunch of other stuff, and Nicole Go. I really like this book. It's about a girl it's about an all-girl school who one of the girls is found dead, and then there's a mystery, and then our protagonist Abby recently moved to this school, so like usually like there's a lot of mystery and intrigue, and it takes place like in the 80s, and Abby is she's queer, so like there's a lot going on there as well, because in the 80s it's definitely not the same just being out, but overall it almost reads kind of like this Nancy Drew mystery.
Cool.
So if you like that kind of stuff, and then Nicole Go's art is just fantastic. I really like it. I'll probably do a full review of this, but I mean, Mariko Tamaki's been doing some amazing stuff like in the past, and she always finds a way to make the characters very like kind of like relatable, like when it feels like, even though I'm not I'm not a teenage girl going to an all-girls school, there's still stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I hate when that happens. Like you still find ways to relate. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
As we transition to our next stuff, I did want to read this comment here. From Italy. In Italy, we're usually 6 months behind. I've read the first Absolute Green Lantern and I loved it. Didn't find it hollow, how someone else said. The
Al Ewing Green Lantern.
Yeah, I love the Absolute Green Lantern. We just got the trade here, the first collection. I think we have a review for it on the channel. Once you get to read it, if you want to go check that out. I love it. I love the Absolute line. I think I was talking to some friends and I told them like, I give them a ranking, but I told them like everything's like pretty good. Like even if I rank it low, it doesn't mean that it's bad. So
yeah. I definitely probably read better. I definitely think it reads better as a trade than month to month.
Unlike
month to month, it got
Wonder Woman.
Month to month, it dragged.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Which is why I stopped.
Yeah.
Which is why I fell behind. I guess I didn't stop reading it. I will say, just as we kind of going through looking ahead, Absolute Wonder Woman 15 is the first meeting of Batman and Wonder Woman in the Absolute Universe. That was quite a fun issue. And then I looked in our folder, and January 18, the Batman issue comes out where he meets Wonder Woman. And I couldn't help myself. So I went ahead and read it too. So it's man, if you think the books are good, if you think the books are good with just the heroes on their own, wait until we get like an Absolute Justice League. I mean, I know we already have an Absolute Justice book, but when these guys are gonna start teaming up, it's gonna be incredible. So all right.
They did say they're working their way slowly to an Absolute Justice League like heroes version.
Yeah. All right. If you guys don't know, Jeff and I are both on League of Comic Geeks, which is where we kind of keep track of all the stuff that we're reading and the stuff that we want to pick up the next week. So we're gonna look ahead at our pull list. This website is so good. It's the reason I have been able to keep a good track of like my best stuff. Whoops, there we go. Jeff, this is your pull list. We have the return of Absolute Martian Manhunter in number 7. We have Absolute Superman number 14. Absolute Wonder Woman number 15, which I just talked about. So expect a full review for that on the channel. Detective Comics 1104, which I believe is the 4th part in this. Part 4 of the Courage That Kills, where Batman is sick with this virus, and then after that we have two more after that, I think, with this, because 1107 is the one where we talked about them meeting up with Green Arrow. So
okay.
From Dark Horse, The Guy in the Chair, then
That's a good series.
Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes. That's a good series. I hope so. It's on your pull list.
No B stringers here.
That's right. Well, I don't know. We'll see. JLU number 14, and then Justice League Godzilla Kong. I feel like that one.
That's probably
might be a sunk cost fallacy where you're like, I'm already in too deep. I might as well get the series. Oh, the Marvel Winter Break special, which for some reason means they had to be in swimsuits.
Let's look at the covers of these. There's got to be a million covers of this, right?
There's 6 of them. Yeah, there's 6 of them. Let's see.
That's a good She-Hulk.
Does She-Hulk get cold? I don't know if she gets cold, so I guess that makes sense. I feel like these winter outfits are not very wintry at all.
Gambit's wearing a jacket.
I guess so, but Gambit's just wearing what Gambit wears all the time.
You think Gambit's always sweaty in the summer?
Yeah. But this is the nullified one, so that one's not really I guess this one makes sense. Some sense. And then I guess they're doing I guess the other one was a virgin cover. Oh, that one's neat. Nicoletta Baldari. Probably the most winter appropriate one. So there you go.
There you go.
Whoops. Too far. What else you got? Oh, Superman 33, which is Lex Luthor and the Demon Etrigan.
Oh, nice.
I can't wait to hear what you think of Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman. And then Void Rivals, which I believe kicks off the Quintesson War, part 1. Yeah. So now I need to catch up on Void Rivals. And then The Will of Doom, number 1.
Oh, yes.
So that's Jeff's poll. Mine's very similar, except that you can add Absolute Flash. The first volume comes out next week, so I'll be picking that up. And that'll complete my collection of the first hardcovers of all the Absolute books. We've already talked about all these other Absolute books. Avengers. This is on here just to remind me to do a review of the volume when I get to read it, because it's the collection 5. Blink and you'll miss it. Wait, are you not getting the Red Hood Joker one? The Versus KO?
Oh, I'll probably pick it up. I just didn't add it to the list. I need to add it.
Detective Comics Event Horizon, which is really good. Man, they've already announced a sequel to that series. And the most bonkers thing is that I've never even seen the movie. And I really and I really like the book. So
you need to watch that movie.
I heard the movie's okay. Maybe not as good as the book. Far down below, the trade paperback comes out, so we might have a review for that. Gargoyles has their winter special. No one in a bikini on this one.
Their loss.
I guess so. Escape the Dead Zone, which I believe is the penultimate issue of that. Hello Darkness. I'm just kind of going over the ones that are not on your list.
Yeah.
Mad Cave Studios, the Pale Knight trade paperbacks coming out. I don't know if I'm picking that up, but I wanted to mark it. My pull list also has collections that are coming out, which remind me, did you read this? Maybe you should make a video about it. Skinbreaker, I'm still really enjoying that. TMNT Battle Nexus. Now, Jeff, if you want to read those, you can check our folder because we have the first two in there. And these are just the turtles going in over. They're fighting their like alternate versions of themselves and other characters from the Turtles lore. This ends tonight, which I feel like that series went very quickly. Gary Duggan and Jay Lee just like, I don't know, like I feel like this just came out. But
yeah, I picked up the first issue and I'm trying to get out. I'm definitely like weary of like, it feels like a good, like it's an okay comic. Like I don't want to read okay comics anymore. Like there's nothing, it's not, I like Jay Lee art, I like Jerry Duggan writing, but this is, I'm not going to remember that.
Fair enough.
Book 10 years from now.
Voyeur number 3. Oh, Trinity, daughter one, the one we talked about. Voyeur number 3 from Ignition Press. And then the last thing, we're taking everyone down with us. The collection comes out this week. This is a Rook story from the Rook universe. So we've talked about this book in the past, but I'm going to try to make a video about that one as well, since the collection's coming out. So, all right, that's it. We did a whole show. Big week, especially because this is also, if you're a DC Comics reader, this is your last week to pick up DC Comics. Oh, did you click that?
Oh, I must have accidentally hit it. Sorry.
Right. All good. Rebel, I'll never be mad at somebody putting Rebel Moon on the screen.
It's just for you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the last week of DC Comics for the year of 2025. They've already announced that there's no new comic books on December 31st.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the pull list is gonna look pretty bare next week. If we probably will end up doing a show on Sunday, which will be maybe our last show of 2025. Yep. All right. Yeah, mine next week, I only have 7 books on the pull list. So okay, Jeff, anything else before we get out of here?
I'm good, my friend.
Yeah, we went through a lot. Thanks to Alan Hudson. Thank you to Mero. Sorry. Big shout out to Italy.
Shout out everybody in Italy.
Yeah, so shout out to everyone watching, really anywhere, but people watching outside the US. We appreciate that because it seems bonkers that they would care what we have to talk about. So, okay, we're getting out of here. If we don't see you guys, stay tuned. We have some fun videos coming out this week. But okay, Sophia, thank you. Big shout out to Sophia in Italy. We will. Merry Christmas, I guess, if you're celebrating that. I hope you have another good day of Hanukkah, which I believe is still ongoing. Make sure to go check out our video from yesterday where we plan our holiday special. Like we came up with our own holiday special all by ourselves. Big shout out to Jeff for putting that together, which I think it turned out quite fun. And
I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was a great conversation. And if you enjoy anime, stay tuned the rest of today because I'll be dropping more videos of me talking about anime announcements. And
catch them before they get pulled. That's the thing. You got to be on
the ones that, these are going to be uploaded, so I'll have to trim them before. But yeah, and then also make sure to fill out your survey for the end of the year. I'm very excited about that episode because I always love hearing from people that actually took the time to fill out the survey. So
yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Merry Christmas. Have a good holiday. Take care of yourselves wherever you are, and have a good rest of your day. Bye, everyone.
The most important thing in life will always be
Hell, Bebo.
But I love you.
Simon Center, get the fuck out.
All right, bye.
Get out of here, you weirdo.